Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Peter Mindick, President of Braille Institute, and on behalf of our Board of Directors and Executive Leadership Team, I would like to welcome you to our first ever virtual annual meeting celebration. As you know, this year has been like nothing we've ever experienced. And while we cannot physically be together, we can still find ways to come together and celebrate our mission and accomplishments. Actually, coming together virtually has enabled many more of us to be part of the celebration. We have the entire Braille Institute staff, hey team, our amazing volunteers, board members, program committee leaders, auxiliary leadership, donors, and even some students. So welcome one and all. Before I move on, let me describe the room where I am. I'm standing at the podium in the Weingart Center in the Los Angeles Center, where we normally hold our annual meeting luncheon. There are two Braille Institute banners behind me. The room is completely empty, except for the videographer, who is more than 6 feet away filming me. I wish I could see all of your smiling faces, and I'm looking forward to the day when we can once again all be together. Clearly, this year has presented many challenges to our organization and team. Yet, in the face of significant adversity, all of you have shown incredible tenacity and resilience. I am so proud of what Team BIA has accomplished together. While we have had to temporarily close our centers due to the coronavirus, that has not kept us from continuing to provide support to our students, patrons, and families. As an organization, we pivoted in just a few short months to provide our programs and services remotely. We now offer a wide selection of online classes and workshops and are providing virtual one-on-one consultations and training for low vision, orientation and mobility, connection point technology training, child development, youth programs, and personal connections. And as many of you know, we hosted a remote Braille Challenge Finals for the first time ever and have continued to deliver library services and digital audio books to our patrons. And this has clearly been a lifeline to many of those who are feeling isolated and anxious. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you that you have helped make all of this happen. Your commitment to mission and your passion to serve is simply outstanding. As always, today's annual meeting celebration is an opportunity for all of us to come together and recognize and appreciate all that we have accomplished this past year. And we have a great program in store for you. We will start it off with a video of our students sharing their personal stories about how Braille Institute has supported them during the COVID-19 pandemic. Following that, Julie Slusher and Maribel Spell, instructors from our Anaheim Center, along with a few students, will give us a glimpse into an independent living skills class. Next, Scarlett Brass, our youth choir director, along with some youth students, they will give us a peek into some of their virtual music rehearsals. We have also added something new to the meeting this year. We will be recognizing staff who have faithfully served Braille Institute for more than 20 years. That's right, 20 or more years. And we're also going to spend some time thanking our incredible volunteers. Then to wrap things up, Michael Corley, our board chair, will come up to share some closing remarks. So let's begin. I'll now turn it over to Sandy Shin, our Vice President of Marketing and Communications, who together with her amazing team, created this event for all of us to enjoy. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Peter. I'm very excited to introduce this video we put together that features several of our students and patrons. In their own words, they talk about how Braille Institute has supported them during the pandemic. I also want to tell you what you're about to see was all filmed remotely due to social distancing. All the student interviews were conducted virtually using Microsoft Teams, and all the footage you'll see of the students and patrons at their home was taken by other family members. We did not have a professional videographer in any of the homes to film these students, which frankly makes this video even more extraordinary. So let's roll it.
My name is Karen, and I'm an artist, but I am losing my vision. So the Braille Institute has been a godsend for me. They are teaching me ways of keeping things going. I intend to continue to do artwork. If you're an artist, you're an artist. That doesn't change. The Braille Institute has had someone call me fairly regularly just to check in, which I so appreciate.
Hi, I'm Nellie, and I live in Santa Maria, California. The main thing that I've had to adapt to is not having direct contact with all my friends and being able to go places. Prior to COVID, I was going to Braille 2 days a week.
My name is Ron. I'm 69 years old. I'm retired. My professional background is engineering. It's kind of interesting with regard to the pandemic. I lost my vision just about the same time that the stay-at-home order was given. We couldn't do very many things outdoors, so in a way it was fortuitous.
My name is Lynn. I am 14 years old and I'm going to be in 9th grade this fall. So I'd say since quarantine, my technology skills have improved a lot. I have a computer with JAWS and I didn't use it that much before quarantine. I have a Braille Note Touch Plus and I've been learning how to use that because I'm not at school anymore.
Braille Institute student Ron walks his dog in his neighborhood using his white cane.
I really enjoy the online experience. For me, it has been probably just as good as face-to-face. We've been working with Microsoft Teams. It was helpful to have the tech guys at our Braille Institute here in San Diego who could walk me through using Microsoft Teams and using my iPhone. And it's turned out to be quite easy. And all of these instructors have been wonderful. It's been a huge help to me, especially during the pandemic.
Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, dive forward.
Braille Institute student Nellie participates virtually in a yoga class using Microsoft Teams.
I have yoga with Brianna on Wednesdays. It's actually called Balance and Mobility, and it's a pretty vigorous yoga class.
Thanks everyone for showing up today. Balance and mobility.
She describes what moves we are supposed to do. I'm not able to see her, but her descriptions are so good that we know exactly what to do. Many of the services that Braille Institute offers, if they were being provided by another agency, there would be fees involved. Orientation and mobility instructors charge anywhere from $55 to $60 an hour. Braille Institute offers that for free.
Braille Institute student Ron warms up a cup of coffee using the bump dots on his microwave.
My wife and I have talked about making a contribution as a part of my will because we've been so grateful for all of these services that have been no cost. It's really amazing.
Braille Institute youth student Lynn sets the dinner table at her house.
The materials for practicing, the Braille Challenge, they have some things online where you can download them, and that's how I practice usually. They have the audio recording so you can listen to it. You can Braille it on your own with Braille paper and a Braille machine. And they also have like the reading comprehension, proofreading, charts and graphs. So they have those things you can practice with too, and that's how I usually practice at home during the summer.
My goal is just to find how to be an artist with vision loss. And right now I'm working on a great big canvas. It's 2 feet by 4 feet, and it's a great big eye.
Braille Institute patron Karen in her art studio with her paintings.
It's my transition piece.
I love to read, so I'll use Bard to download, for example, history books. The instructor has been very, very helpful in interpreting and sharing experiences with these history books. Actually, I'm hoping that after the pandemic, some of these classes will remain online because it's convenient and effective for me.
Another thing that I've been doing is reading a great deal. not only have I been reading the books that we have discussed in book club, but I also have been reading many other books that I have downloaded from Bard.
Braille Institute student Ron prepares and grills steaks on his barbecue.
A few months ago, I'd heard of Braille, but I didn't know anything about the Institute. So someone said, give this a try. So if I ever come in contact with someone who has recently lost their vision, I would certainly do the same thing. I would recommend they try calling the Institute because they will be understanding and patient and welcoming, just as they were to me.
The Braille Institute youth team, it's like a family, a community, and there's nothing to be scared of because we all help each other. You can meet other people who are like you, and you can make friends. You can also learn a lot of independent skills. We learned judo, like self-defense, a few months ago. So it's just not limited to only Braille stuff. It has a wide variety of different things you can learn.
When I was finally ready to call the Braille Institute and find out what they had to offer me, there was no pressure to do anything. And I think what I would say to someone who says, oh no, I don't need that, I would say, okay, just know that they're there. When you're ready, they're there.
Those testimonials from our students were so moving. Thank you so much. As I mentioned, it's now my great pleasure to introduce to you Julie Slusher and Maribel Spell, who are instructors at our Anaheim Center. They teach our students independent living skills, which have become even more important as students remain at home and are more isolated due to sheltering at home mandates and social distancing. Let's take a look at what they are doing with students.
My name is Julie Slusher. I'm an outreach instructor at Braille Institute. I teach independent living skills. So what that means is I teach students how to be able to do things independently with confidence. Hi, thank you for joining us today. So today our class is called Kitchen Confidence. We are joined today by our other instructor, Maribel Spell.
Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Maribel Spell. I'm an independent living skills instructor. We try to address some of the issues someone with low vision to no vision might come across. They might not feel confident in their kitchen anymore, and so we want to provide them with a variety of techniques and tools that will allow them to be able to pour a glass of water, be able to cook for themselves, and not feel as though they have to rely on others.
So prior to the coronavirus, we were able to go out to people's homes and do in-home instruction, which is one of the things that we do as an outreach instructor. But since we've had the stay-at-home order, we've had to learn how to do all of our classes through Microsoft Teams. And how about you, Marie? I'm going to go to you next. What are some issues that you're having in the kitchen right now?
When I try to pour drink, it pour off the floor.
Okay, so you spill sometimes?
Yeah.
And Jeffrey, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and go next.
In the refrigerator, it's kind of hard to find where's the bread.
Yeah, definitely. So actually, what you're talking about is one of the things that we're going to start first with, and that's going to be like how to be organized. Maybe you've got a box of cereal that you like to eat every day, and somebody else in the house has another box of cereal. How do you know which one is which? Well, what if you put a rubber band around yours?
Post-COVID, I'm now focused on working with our Spanish speakers. We do have an instructor in ILS that works with our English speakers, but because I speak Spanish, I've been focused on providing our Spanish speakers with the tools that they need in independent living skills.
Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. Entonces, para empezar, me gustaría que nos pudiéramos introducir, decir nuestro nombre.
And the other thing that's been nice too, since the coronavirus, is we're able to send them materials through the mail. So in other words, if I was to go to your home, now I can send you the marking and labeling materials, and over the phone or over the video, I can instruct you how to put those bump dots on your appliances. And if you live with somebody or have somebody there to help you, even better, because now I can instruct everybody how it works, and we can kind of go through a whole lesson together. We sent you guys all a little plastic tray. It should be in your kit. If you're going to be pouring a glass of water, put your glass on top of the tray, and then that way, when you go to pour the liquid, if you spill it, it stays contained on the tray. The measuring spoons we sent you are all very different colors, and they've also got the readout on the spoon is large print. The other thing we did to your spoons is we put some bump dots on the back. And for those of you that are like, what the heck are these dots all about?
This black one has white dots that you can feel in the back. There are 4 of them because this is a 1/4 teaspoon. This green spoon here has 2 dots in the back of it because it is 1/2 teaspoon. So we want to make sure that our students are able to identify the measurements on each one of these spoons, whether it be by large print or tactile with bumps behind the handles. Another item that we send out is a Say When. It is a liquid level indicator, and these little metal prongs go into the inside of a cup. When the liquid that you're pouring into that cup touches these metal prongs, it makes a sound to let the person know that it is time to stop pouring and they're coming close to the edge.
I love the Braille classes. I had no idea what I was missing. Since I began last year, I just think it's amazing how much I've learned. I thought my world had ended last year when I couldn't see. I lost my central vision completely. And when I went to class and learned technology, I realized I could hear people. I could talk on the phone. I could communicate in so many ways, and I wasn't an outsider anymore. I wasn't that person in the corner that couldn't do anything. It really made me feel alive again, and the independence is a huge thing.
One of my students that's probably grown the most has been Penny. Prior to the pandemic, Penny had a lot of apprehension about acclimating herself to being low vision and doing stuff in the kitchen. She loves to bake. She loves to cook. She's got a beautiful kitchen, and I've done home appointments with her. And so we really tried to work with her in her home on how to be able to do things in the home. Well, now we can't go to her home anymore, so now we're doing things on video, but she's still continuing to take all the classes, and since we've been doing the classes through video, it's kind of pushed her to that point where she has to do it on her own. Seeing a person come to Braille for the first time and just seeing that it is possible for them to do a lot more than they thought they could do, and I love being that instructor that kind of gets that going. That's a good fulfilling thing for me.
I pushed myself because I want to know everything I can possibly know so that I feel comfortable going out in the public. I want to feel safe, and that was my biggest fear, that I wouldn't know enough. So this is extremely helpful to give me that confidence.
Thank you, Maribel and Julie. The work you're doing with our students is so impressive and impactful. And now we are in for a great treat. Scarlett Brass, our youth choir director, is going to give us a look into her musical world with our youth students.
6, 7 again. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 5, 6, 7. Out your mouth.
My name is Scarlett Bray, and I am the youth choir director at Braille Institute. The Braille Institute Johnny Mercer Youth Choir is a choir that services students ages 8 through 18 in Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego, and Coachella Valley. Our goal is to provide quality music education for visually impaired students.
All right, choir. Well, hello and happy Monday. Did you guys have a good day today?
Yes.
Yes.
Before we had to change our protocols due to the pandemic, choir was, and still is, a weekly rehearsal, and we would meet alternating Saturdays between the LA centers and the Anaheim centers. Students are encouraged to work in small groups. I encourage students to sing solos. We're usually very busy when we're able to get out and perform. We do large-scale performances, usually 2 to 3 a year. In 2019, we were granted the most amazing opportunity to perform with Cyndi Lauper and the LA Philharmonic at the Hollywood Bowl. And it was one of the most incredible feelings, walking out on that stage with those students and feeling that outpouring of love from the sold out show, and watching those students just come alive. It was the most incredible feeling. It was just an outpouring of love from the minute the students started walking out on the stage, and you hear
It was just like being with all my friends and doing something that we all love and like sharing that with so many people. It was a great moment. It felt like we were being like seen.
One of the students said she felt seen. We received a lot of love from the LA Philharmonic. One way to show honor is an orchestra will move their feet on the stage in a form of applause. And as we were walking out, you hear this thunderous applause from the audience, and then you hear the LA Phil thundering their feet. And it was just overwhelming. Beautiful, beautiful and overwhelming.
1, 2, 3, bad.
When we had to shut down the centers in March, I wanted to assure the students that we were going to be able to continue the program in any way that we could. Music is such a big healer and something so positive that they could focus on. Nothing will ever compare to singing together in person, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a way. So I started by uploading instructional videos to YouTube.
Lean on me when you're not strong.
Hi choir, and welcome back. I hope you're all having a wonderful week and staying busy and fun little tongue twisters and vocal exercises. And I would start emailing these students these videos every 2 weeks. I did some research about virtual choirs at the college level, at the high school level, community choirs, and was really intrigued by these virtual choir music videos. Knowing full well how much goes into a project like that, the idea of it was really exciting to me, and I knew that that was something I wanted to do with this choir. Luckily, I'm able to be joined by the choir accompanist, Mr. J.R. Callilung.
Hi everyone, it's JR, the accompanist for the choir. I hope you are all doing well and are safe at home with your loved ones.
We were able to partner together and create a curriculum that was still going to provide the students with an opportunity to sing at home. And my very first virtual choir rehearsal, I spent weeks preparing for mentally, and also just making sure I kind of knew how I was going to run the program. I knew that because of the internet delay, sound-wise, we can't all sing at the same time.
Let's have each person sing love, 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 one after another. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start left to right. So Taylor's on my left. Go ahead, Taylor, unmute yourself and just give me a love, love, love. Ready?
Love, love, love.
Beautiful.
Scarlett and JR are awesome. They're like really encouraging, super sweet, and definitely have pushed me to sing better and taught me more about harmonies. It's really fun getting to cheer on your friends when they sing, because singing in front of people can be scary sometimes, but it's fun watching them kind of conquer their fear of performing in front of people.
Nicely done. Sophia. Love, love, love. Very good.
I've been a part of the Braille Institute Choir since 2016. Being in the choir, it's been amazing. I've made so many new friends, and I've just done a bunch of stuff that I never would have done if I hadn't joined.
So enjoy it. Maybe you can close your eyes and picture you're at the beach or something. But let's go ahead and breathe in, start.
I think the kids really like it. And because we are able to be virtual, we are also now able to include students from other Braille centers that we're not able to attend in person. So before we were LA and Anaheim centers, and now we've extended the services to the San Diego students and to the Coachella Valley students. So the choir actually has grown even though we're not able to meet in person. And I'm able to reach out and meet these new students who have been hungry for a program like this, but it hasn't been available to them. So that's been a really awesome blessing that's come out of this.
I mean, I miss like seeing people in person, and of course it's hard to sing with the lag, but I mean, if this hadn't happened, we wouldn't have been able to collaborate with the San Diego Braille Institute as much as we have. So that's been really awesome.
The choir has helped me become more social, and I've gained a lot of new friends. I've met a bunch of people that mean a lot to me now.
I know that the choir helps the students. I know that it helps them with their self-confidence. I've experienced firsthand and watched students grow from day one of being in the program to graduating, and how much they've grown as an adult, as a mature, responsible, excited individual who wants to, who wants to be creative and musical in their life.
Listen again. 2, 3, and all you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Good. Okay, now let's try and experiment with the last couple minutes here. Everybody go off mute. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're all going to do it at the same time, all right? 1, 2, 3, and...
Love, love, love.
Love,
Oh my God.
That did not work.
That was awesome. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.
Goodbye.
How do you exit?
Just wonderful. Our youth choir continues to be such an inspiration to all of us, as music has such power to touch and change our hearts. And now we'd like to give a special thanks to our dedicated team of volunteers. This past year, we had nearly 1,000 volunteers share their time, talent, and compassion with us. During the pandemic, volunteers have adapted their ways of support and embraced new technology to help our students stay engaged. Volunteers are currently teaching enrichment classes and facilitating peer support groups, all remotely. So thank you so much to this new team of virtual volunteers, and to all of our volunteers who are on hold until we reopen our centers. Thank you for hanging in there, and we look forward to seeing you again in person. And now we would like to recognize all Braille Institute staff members who are celebrating work anniversaries of 20 or more years. Thank you, one and all, for your enduring dedication and commitment to our mission.
Congratulations to all Braille Institute staff members who are celebrating anniversaries of 20 to 29 years. Edwin Aguilar, 22 years. Jamie Ang, 20 years. Saran Etayan, 25 years. Sharon Bacon, 22 years. Julie Bohannon, 28 years. Catherine Boyce, 27 years. Hun Min Chen, 26 years. Hermie Cosme, 26 years. Mo Dawson, 29 years. Sylvia Garcia, 20 years. Edith Gavino, 26 years. Manolita Gonzalez, 22 years. Jose Hurtado, 21 years. Nancy Hutchins, 25 years. Lisa Jimenez, 29 years. Ted Legess, 20 years. Sahak Martirosian, 21 years. Sharon May, 21 years. Sid Metcalf, 24 years. George Miller, 26 years. Remedios Quito, 25 years. Rachel Quito, 24 years. Hi France Rafty, 24 years. Reza Rahman, 29 years. Sean Tapia, 29 years. Brenda Goosens, 21 years. Jean Walters, 26 years. Vicky Zimmerman Fox, 20 years. Congratulations to all Braille Institute staff members who are celebrating anniversaries of 30 to 39 years. Leopoldo Bernal, 30 years. Melva Crump, 32 years. Mary Lee Emard, 31 years. Emily Garcia, 30 years. Jay Hatfield, 30 years. Tina Herbison, 39 years. Raphael Herbison, 34 years. Jenny Hoare, 35 years. Debbie Lawrence, 30 years. Joanne Leventhal, 33 years. Darlene Locke, 33 years. Elma Lohman, 30 years. Kima McClung, 33 years. Delia Mix, 35 years. Leanne Myers, 36 years. Angela Scott, 37 years. Maria Valdivia, 30 years. Rakesh Verma, 31 years. Donna Wager, 34 years. Elizabeth Wilhelm, 39 years. Ha Yen, 30 years. A very big congratulations to all Braille Institute staff members who are celebrating anniversaries of 40 years or more. George Apkar, 41 years. Sonia Bass, 40 years. Jennifer Chambers, 49 years. Gary Clark, 48 years. Carlos Verona, 40 years. And lastly, congratulations to the Braille Institute staff members who retired this year. Joseph Bufamonte, Anaheim. Jamie McAllister, Laguna Hills. Chuck Pettyhome, Los Angeles.
Hello, I'm Michael Corley, Board Chair for Braille Institute. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I want to thank all of you who make such a positive difference every day in the lives of our students and clients. Although we are living in unprecedented and challenging times, every one of you has risen to the challenge and continues to have a real impact on our mission. First, I want to acknowledge our Board of Directors, program committee leaders, auxiliary leaders, and volunteers who share the same passion and dedication we all have for the mission of Braille. Thank you for your exemplary dedication, hard work, and leadership. I also want to thank our donors whose generous gifts enable us to keep our programs and services free of charge and allow us to keep empowering our students to live life to the fullest. Normally, at the conclusion of our annual luncheon meeting, we have a small parting gift for our guests. But since we cannot be together, let me share what we do have for you. We have created these face masks with the Braille Institute logo on them. Each of you will be receiving one in the mail. Please wear it with pride, and please continue to stay safe and well. Our annual report is also available for anyone interested. You can view the report online at our website at brailleinstitute.org, or feel free to request a report by calling 1-800-BRAILLE. Let me close this meeting by saying how inspired and moved I am by all that we have accomplished together this past year. We have such a wonderful and effective team, and our future could not be brighter. The great Helen Keller said it perfectly with her inspirational words, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." Thank you for joining us today. Please stay safe and healthy. This meeting is adjourned.